worth the calories. The Real Lost Boss hoodies are back. I think they're back now until March. Well, it certainly feels like that because, as I record this, the weather is atrocious. But we're not here for a weather report, Neil. We're here to watch you eat some foods and tell us if those foods are worth the calories, because we all know calories are precious. We'd rather you waste your calories, Neil, than us. That's basically the gist of this episode. Food reviews! But yes, we are calorie focused. Absolutely. I'm going to put a little post on, actually. In fact, by the time you watch this, the post will be on. We put not way too many. We need to get our weight loss priorities right. And calorie intake should always be number one. So many people prioritise exercise or prioritise the types of foods they eat. I'm not saying those things in their own way aren't important. Calories for weight loss will always be number one. Now, if you watched the previous episode, I got a couple of ready meals from More Reasons to Shop at Morrison's, and that is what we're starting off with here. Not those, obviously we've already eaten them and reviewed them. I had 3. I had 2 last week, and the one that is left is Singapore-style chicken noodles. I'm not going to tell you how the other 2 went. Well, the other 2, there was one protein one and one from the counted range. Anyway, this is the protein range, obviously. 320 calories for this. 27 grams of protein. It says it's a source of fibre. Oh, it's got 6 grams of fibre in it. That's pretty decent. And we have got cooked wheat noodles and chicken breast pieces in a mild spice tomato and soy curry sauce with carrot, red peppers, and pak choy. This product contains alcohol. What? That's 2 Morrison's ready meals. 1 last episode, 1 this episode that contains alcohol, and I'm here for it. I'm all right with that. I don't know what the alcohol is. I'll have to have a read through the ingredients list. Anyway, that's what it looks like, not cooked. One thing I'll give these meals, I have reviewed recently some Asda ones. I say recently, it'd be a good few episodes ago, and I think what these, like Morrison's, Asda, they're trying to catch up definitely to like M&S, because look at all the fresh veg and stuff in there. It feels like it's something someone's put together this morning and then just put it in a thing for you to go and ping, rather than something that was made in a factory 2 months ago. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. Anyway, let's ping it. It'll be I'm not even going to read the instructions. It'll be 3 minutes. Peel the lid off, give it a stir, ping it back. Well, put it back in and ping it again for another minute and a half, and then stick it in your trap. Right, let's go. I'll be back shortly. And here we go. 1 Singapore-style chicken. Did I even tell you what this was? I can't remember. Anyway, 1 Singapore-style chicken noodles. New to perfection, as I always say. Honestly, my microwave cooking skills, they've just gone through the roof. Top tier from doing this. Bloody fly. Honestly, I say bloody flies. How knackered are flies at the moment? I don't know. It's like June, July, they're absolutely nails, aren't they, flies? They're like Arnie walking around, strutting everywhere, flipping the bird at you. Like, you go to squat one, and by the time your towel gets anywhere near it, it's halfway across the kitchen. Now it's like they've been tasered. They're just like, put me out of my misery. Finish me off, please. Anyway, another one bites the dust. Hopefully it's not, I don't know where it went. Hopefully it's not going to be, to be fair, look at the protein anyway, if it has gone to be Singapore noodles. Anyway, here we go. Yes, Singapore style chicken noodles. I'm just stalling for time because, as always, flipping absolutely red hot. Right, so we've got pak choy, protein enriched noodles, lots of other veggies. Smells a bit vinegary. Is that weird? Is that random? Would that put you off? I don't know. It smells a little bit vinegary. And it's a little bit watery. I always find that sometimes with these noodles. Anyway, I've not really got many noodles there, but I've got a spoon, which isn't the easiest. We just tasted it, Neil. We just tasted it. I I'll forget that taste. We'll judge it off this one. It's too hot. It's too flipping hot. Flipping heck. I've got asbestos fingers, and I've got an asbestos mouth, to be honest with you. Some of the temperatures I stick food in my trap when I do these reviews, but that caught me by surprise. Right, take 2. You can see the steam coming up here. All right, come on. I've got it. Does it taste vinegary? Does that mean is it off? No, the date's today. It's a ready meal. The date will be fine for another week or so. That's got a really weird aftertaste. Honestly, it smelled a bit vinegary. This is the last ever episode of Where the Calories. It was off. Not for me, that's pretty rank. If I'm going to be honest with you. Chicken's decent quality. But the sauce, I make the chicken just for the protein. Sauce is rank. Not eating any more of that. Right, what am I going to have for my dinner? I feel like I might have had that before. Have I? Tell me. I need to do a list of things that just are a thumbs down so I never buy them again. I don't know if I've had that before. I think I do remember. Yeah, that's pretty rank. Morrison's, that is a big fail on that one. I was actually quite looking forward to that as well. Nah, not for me. Just because the chicken's half decent, I'll give it a 2 instead of a 1. 2 out of 10, worth the calories. Stick clear. Right, so the Singapore noodles, other than the chicken, ended up in bin. Gone. See you later. I swapped that for 3 hard stroke soft boiled eggs. They were kind of in the middle. Couple of pieces of Jason's wholemeal sourdough that was in the last episode. A little bit of butter on that toast. Yeah, that was a good lunch. Anyway, we've done a bit of work. We've took the dogs for a walk. We've took the hoodie off and swapped the cap. I don't know why I swapped the cap. I've actually lost my cap. My work cap, I've took it off because I was taking my hoodie off and I don't know where I've put it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not asked about what you're wearing, Neil. What we're bothered about is what's the next thing that you're going to record? And basically, we are doing Müller times MyProtein Puddings. Now, again, I feel I've had these before, but I went to Morrison's last week, did a shopping vlog, and it said new packaging everywhere, brand new Müller protein puddings. So maybe they've only done mousses before, I have no idea. And I'm a fan of a protein pudding, I really, really am. Aldi's, I've had decent. Lidl's, decent. UFit, decent. What other ones have I had? I think I've definitely had more than that. But one thing I will tell you about protein puddings is, and the protein mousses, they're all very much of a muchness. It's very rare that anything kind of splits them. So let's see if Müller times MyProtein are any different. This pot, 200 gram pot, standard. 20 grams of protein. That's pretty damn standard. And we're talking 172 calories, which is maybe a little bit higher than normal. Maybe. Anyway, let's get it open. Now, I always say about protein puddings, protein yogurts, give them a good whip up. Makes them nice and creamy. But I'm going to try it unwhipped. Let's go. And then we'll give it a whip up. And we'll see if that makes any difference. Always makes a difference to the texture. Anyway, right. That is a standard chocolate protein pudding. I would say the only thing maybe slightly different with that one compared to, let's say, the Aldi Brook Clear one is, tastes maybe a little bit darker. I don't know if there's not a slight... A lot of people always say to me they don't like protein products because it's got slight chalky stroke powdery taste. I'm not sure if that does not. Have a bit. No, it's just rich. It's quite rich. Very nice. Very, very nice. Right, we've done the milk chocolate one. But like I say, much of a muchness for me. Let's do the vanilla one. 162 calories, so a bit less than the chocolate one. 20 grams of protein. I think these were two. Were they two for £3? I was going to say they were two for £1.50. I don't think they were. Oh, they might have been. No, I think they were... Oh, they're two for £2. Maybe two for £2. Anyway, let's try this one without whipping it up. Well, let's give it a whip. Okay. Vanilla one's nice. Vanilla one's nice. I always find with the vanilla protein puddings, they're nice. They're a bit samey. They're a bit boring. Like that. I don't know if it's just because I'm a bit more of a chocolate fiend. I'm happy to polish off. Whereas that, I feel it needs zhuzhing up. It needs something adding to it. I'm very fond of getting, I put this on social media last week, like, you know, the little 90 calorie bags of cookies or jammy dodgers or party. I like a bag of them, crumble them up, sprinkle them on top of something like this, and it just takes them to another level. And let's have that in some circumstances in replacement of custard. Yeah, that sounds right, doesn't it? Yeah, so you know, if you bought like a little portion controlled apple crumble or something like that and tip that on it, yeah, that'd work for me. They're both just standard protein puddings, nothing to write home about. Would I personally go, right, I need to go to Morrison's because I need to get Müller times MyProtein pudding over Aldi's Brooklyn one? Absolutely not. And nothing beats, which are back in Aldi, the layered protein puddings, white chocolate raspberry or the chocolate caramel one. Chocolate caramel one's actually not the best, but the white chocolate raspberry one is unreal. Yeah, they're just standard protein puddings. But if you're shopping more reasons to shop at Morrison's, or probably Iceland will sell these as well. They do these products in Iceland, maybe other supermarkets. Basically, if you don't shop in Aldi or Lidl, you don't grab theirs, and you see these, are they worth getting? Yep, I would say the chocolate one is definitely better than the vanilla one. The vanilla one's a bit boring, but that's kind of across the board for vanilla protein puddings. But there's nothing wow compared to any other protein pudding. So because of that, and I've eaten a lot of protein puddings in my time, the chocolate one is going to get a 7.6. The vanilla one's going to get a 7.1. Are they both worth the calories? 160, 170 calories for 20 grams of protein? Absolutely they are. Do they both taste nice? Yeah. Are they just a standard, slightly boring protein pudding? Yeah. Possibly nowadays, because they've been out ages, expect a little bit more. But they're still good options for a sweet treat to get that protein in. So, they're both worth the calories. Right, number 3, or maybe number 4. Was the last one a 2 for 1, or was it 2 separate? I don't know. 3 or 4, you decide. I wasn't going to have these today. I wasn't. I was going to have one of these later on in the week. It was actually going to be the last thing I reviewed for this episode. But I can't resist. I've been staring at them since Saturday. Rachel went shopping with her friend to the Trafford Centre, and she went to M&S. And what did she pick up? She picked up the new viral gingerbread and white choc cookies. She also brought back lots of other treats over the weekend, and I've tucked into them, and I said, no, I'm going to save these for worth the calories. The cookies, I don't know what the date is on them, but they last forever, don't they? They're, you know, sugar. It says best before 14th of September, which was actually yesterday, but they would have been fine later on in the week. Anyway, I love gingerbread. Absolutely love it. White chocolate, I like it, but it doesn't set my world on fire. Rachel loves white chocolate. I'll eat it out me. I'm a right greedy sod. But gingerbread, Smells so good. I love anything ginger, if I'm being honest with you. My mum always says it's because she had, what's the word, cravings. Is that the right word? When you're pregnant? Yeah, cravings, isn't it? That is the right word. What else would it be? For ginger biscuits, one of her cravings when she was pregnant with me was ginger biscuits. She used to eat them by the packet, day after day, whatever. And yeah, I love anything ginger. I absolutely, I do. Just love that. It's spicy, it's quite wintry. It's just, yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. The best ginger biscuits for me are the Fox's cream, 2 ginger biscuits with a bit of cream. Oh my God, so good. Right, anyway, these are gingerbread. One of my favourite gingerbreads is Grasmere. If you've ever been up to the Lake District, or if you haven't and you go up to the Lake District, go to Grasmere. It's a little cottage, proper traditional gingerbread, very strong in ginger. Oh, so nice. Anyway, these smell absolutely amazing. 375 calories each, which I don't think is too bad. Why am I having one today? Because in all honesty, I've missed breakfast. My lunch, including the bit of chicken I had out of the Singapore noodles, was like 500 calories. I thought I was going to eat one of them protein puddings, but I just didn't fancy one in the end. So I've had 2 spoonfuls of each, which is, I don't know, 30 calories. I've got a bit of space there. I've got a bit of space! So half of one of these is, it's less than 200 calories, isn't it? It's 375. What we're talking, 185? I don't know if I'm going to eat a whole half, but we'll see. No, I'm not. I might have a quarter now and then a quarter. I might have a quarter later after my tea. See where my calories end up for the rest of today. Anyway, here we go. This is the viral M&S gingerbread and white chocolate, which I assume is an autumnal thing, so it's not a permanent thing, depending on when you're watching this. Cookie, let's go. Delicious. Oh my God. They're so good. I'm not bothered, I'm having the other quarter. Just on that last bit, a little tinge of heat. A little tinge of heat coming through. They're soft. A little bit of a crispy edge. Can't really taste loads of the white chocolate. I think the ginger kind of overpowers that. It's there, but it's not mega. You are my witness. It's Monday afternoon, can't be smashing cookies in. That's going back in the bag. I think I might need to stick them in the freezer or something because they are a day out of date. Like I say, they'll be absolutely fine in a week or whatever, to be honest with you. But, oh my God, they are delicious. They are banging. If you love gingerbread, or anything ginger. Oh, dogs are kicking off. Hang on. Can I just finish this review? I'm there. Blossom, I'm there. Gingerbread cookies. Absolutely banging. If you love anything ginger, you will love them. You'll absolutely love them. They are unreal. If you see them and you love ginger, grab them. For me personally, because I'm a ginger fiend, they are a 10 out of 10. Worth every single calorie.
Hi, welcome to Burger King. Please can I take your order?
Yeah, can I just get the new Wagyu burger, please?
Yeah, would you like to get the meal?
No, just as it is, thank you.
Yeah, anything else?
That's it, cheers.
£11, second Monday, thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, next up on Worth the Calories, we ventured out of the house to grab the brand new Wagyu burger from Burger King, Gourmet King. Have they done this before? I have no idea, but anyway, it's got Gourmet King branding, and so it should have. Flipping heck, the only time I ever reluctantly pay 11 quid for a Burger King, 11 quid, that's just on its own, that doesn't include fries or a drink, is if I'm coming home and I'm in a Spanish airport. But yeah, I've just paid £11 for a single burger. from Burger King. So this is their new Wagyu burger. It is endorsed by Gordon Ramsay. He hasn't made it. He hasn't created it. Basically, they've paid him a ton of money for him to go, yeah, it's an all right burger, that. Anyway, here it is. I'll be honest with you, it smells amazing. It smells very good. It's got lots of rabbit food on there. Caramelized onions, crispy onions, pink pickled onions. I have no idea what the sauce is. It smells a little bit like the sauce you get on a Big Tasty. Oh, I don't know what that sauce is. Let me give it a little Google. I have actually given it a little Google. Caramelized onion, creamy caramelized onion mayo. So we've got a deliciously seasoned, 100% British, flame grilled Wagyu beef topped with sweet caramelized onions, pink pickled onions, crispy onions, peppery rocket, creamy caramelized onion mayo, served in a soft seeded brioche bun. There we go. That's it. So this is the new Gourmet King Wagyu burger from Burger King. 11 quid. It's a decent size, and honestly, it smells really, really good. Let's get into it. Oh, calories. You might as well tell us the calories, Neil, as this is worth the calories. It's 766 calories. You can customise it and add another patty if you want, but I've just gone for a single one. It's 766 calories for 38 grams of protein. I've just scanned that into NutriCheck. I've not clarified that on the website, and I have no idea how much fiber's in here because it hasn't come up on NutriCheck. Anyway, bottoms up, let's go. That is a tasty burger. I've given myself flipping hiccups eating it. Get rid of the hiccups. We'll push through. That is a tasty burger. I'm going to be honest with you. If they just brought this out as like a speciality burger and didn't tell me it was Wagyu, I don't think I'd know the difference, if I'm being honest with you. I'm going to taste the burger a little bit on its own. Like, I am not a Burger King connoisseur at all. In fact, it's not actually my favourite place to go to. Like I say, I only normally have one in a Spanish airport. Every now and then, very rarely in the UK, though the chili cheese bites are elite. So, yeah, it doesn't really stand out on its own as something that is special. I mean, it's not a bad burger. It's not a bad burger at all. It's just not, it doesn't have a massive wow factor to it. You know, like, the whole concoction is delicious. I mean, the actual patty on its own. Like, when I say wow factor, if they just stuck a patty on there, and again, I'm not a burger connoisseur from a Whopper. I don't know if I'd know much difference, but I love the, that mayonnaise, that caramelised onion mayo is delicious. Got the pink pickled onions that time. You can feel a little bit. I tried a Wagyu steak, an A5 one that I got from Aldi a few weeks ago. And I said about that, it kind of coats your mouth in a bit of grease. Kind of similar with this, but not as bad as the actual steak. But the pink pickled onions, the sort of vinegar, the acid in there, cuts through it deliciously. Oh! I feel like a proper vinegar. It cuts through the acidity, cuts through the grease sensationally. Mm. I've seen a lot of online reviews hating on it, and I think some people, they hate on stuff for the sake of hating on it because it's it's a controversial burger at the end of the day because it's 11 quid just for a burger, and I think hating on something gets more clicks and views than actually liking something. I have actually no idea how much a standard burger costs from Burger King. Like I say, I don't come here that often. That is pricey, but it's blooming tasty. Would I have another one? Absolutely I would. I think it's a limited edition thing, so before it ends, I'll definitely be coming back and having another one. That for me is delicious. That's one of the best burgers I've had from Burger King. Wait, it's the best burger I've ever had from Burger King. And it's just all around a really good burger, you know, all together. Will I pay £11 again for it? Yep. I'm looking forward to another one. Yep. I'm going to have another one. Yep. 9 out of 10. Worth the calories.
Righty-o, last up for this episode of Worth the Calories. Feel like we've done a few treats in this one because we're finishing off with one. We've had the amazing cookies, the pretty damn decent burger, and yeah, what we're finishing off with, brand new white Choc racers, basically Snickers dupes from Aldi. Why did they bring these out in the middle of September? Why would you bring them out in April for the summer, Aldi? Let me know in the comments if you ever watched these. Anyway, yes, here we have the old white Choc racers. So basically a Snickers ice cream, but with white chocolate. Snickers Mars ice creams are a really good alternative to actually having the chocolate bar. So these are 152 calories each, and a Snickers is like 210, 220. An ice cream Mars is around 140 calories, and again, the chocolate bar. So they're just a decent calorie-controlled sweet treat. I mean, they're not massive, but what is nowadays? Anyway, I'm not the biggest white chocolate fan, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind it. Rachel absolutely loves it. She will be sampling one of these as well very, very shortly. But, you know, for the purposes of the video, I'll give it a go. You know, I'll force it down the trap. Anyway, let's have a bite and see what we're saying. I think already I know it's going to be good. But anyway, let's give it a go. There is nothing not to like. It's delicious. Really, really good. Good caramel, great peanut flavour, nice bit of white Choc, 152 calories. It's a flipping quick one, this to finish on. Not much more to say. They're absolutely lovely and a great option for a calorie controlled sweet treat. 152 calories. 8.8 out of 10. And it's worth every single one. Rightio, that is it for this episode of Worth the Calories. I might give you a little sneak peek for next episode because I've just got back from doing a little bit of shopping. We've been into M&S and picked up a cookie cup raspberry and white chocolate. I know these have been out for a bit, but I've not seen them. They've always been sold out. Anyway, I've grabbed one of these. So I think we might start the next episode of Worthy Calories with that little beauty right there. Anyway, that's it for this one. Let me know as always in the comments what you think about what I've said. Any products there that you'd like to try? Any products you have tried? Do you agree with my rating? Let me know. Get in touch. You know, you don't need to be silent. If you've made it this far, I hope you have subscribed to the channel as well. And that's about it. Make sure every single thing you eat is worth the calories. And make sure you boss your weight loss.